Hey guys, it's the third day of October and the third day of Inktober. The prompt today is roasted, and I am going to continue using the Strathmore watercolor paper. I also wanted to quickly include that I purchased these watercolors from Hobby Lobby, and I think this is the set that everyone's been raving about. It looks like it, at least, if it's not. But I really wanted them for a while, and I decided to get it, and obviously used a 40% off coupon. But I wanted to show you. Look at how crazy that is, and that's that color, I believe. Also, if you order from my Etsy shop, I'm not going to show the front, but I always decorate them super, super cute, and you always get a bunch of extra goodies, so go order from my Etsy shop. But yeah, okay, enough self-promotion. But yeah, I just want to show you these watercolors. I think they're super awesome. I might use them, but probably not since I have the gold ink anyway, so yeah. Okay, so here is the Procreate sketch, and I had the idea in mind of a roasted pig. I had some troubles with the face structure, which I kind of actually did in the inked one as well, but I think I figured it out. So here I'm just drawing the plate, and then the girl and everything, and like I said, this illustration is pretty self-explanatory, you know, roasted pig. I made this girl look a bit more like a pig, like her nose, not so much right now, but when I ink it, it has more pig-like features than the Procreate sketch, so I'm pretty happy with that. I had a bit of trouble of placing down the hair just because I wasn't quite sure how much to the right of her hair would show, like her head and such. I really liked the pigtails. I thought it was funny because it's pigtails, and she looks like a pig, or is imitating a pig, which I thought was kind of funny, and a play on words, I suppose. The apple, I think at the end it looks a lot bigger, but right there it needs to be bigger, but I think I do make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, and in this drawing, I make her facial expression a bit more like almost angry or upset, which, you know, I think that's how you would look if you were beheaded, so I think that's a bit more accurate. In this illustration, I mostly just use the Micron brush pen. I don't know why, but with most of my illustrations I'm doing outside of Inktober, I use the Pentel pocket brush pen, but I really, like I mentioned before, I was really liking the Micron brush pen and just the different effects. The only thing I don't like about it is sometimes you could feel how dry it is, if that makes sense. With my Pentel brush pen, it always just seems like it's very, I don't want to use the word moist, but yeah, that's how it is. But yeah, I kind of like the style I did the hair. This illustration is much more focused on the line art than it is shading or anything. I do some shading at the end and everything and tie it all together. It almost reminded me of like a Japanese, not like quite anime, but somewhat, just especially because of her expression and then the different line weights that I used. Tim also mentioned that this could somewhat be like a social commentary, which I thought was interesting and I didn't really think of before, but just how disgusting the animal, what's the right word? I guess the animal food industry is. So I guess this could almost be a comment on that, not intentionally, but I think that's interesting that he thought of that. But yeah, the salad, it almost looks like the tomato on the right. It almost looks like it's like a clamshell with a pearl, which I thought was funny, but yeah, there's just supposed to be an array of like lettuce and then the like very ruffled greens, it's like charred greens or I don't know. But yeah, so just like lettuce and like those ruffly greens and tomato and cucumber, just the reference I was using, that's kind of what it had. Obviously I didn't like copy the reference exactly or anything, I just used a few different references and combined them basically. That's what I do with a lot of my art, I just find multiple sources and then I just kind of combine them or use parts of other ones. But yeah, here I thought the background was just boring white, so I filled it in black, and I was pretty happy with that because it really made everything pop. I was using the Pentel pocket brush pen to fill in the back, but then I quickly realized, oh hey, I could just use ink and a paintbrush, and it would go by much quicker. It did end up looking a little spotty almost, but it doesn't bother me really. And here I am adding the shading, and I decided to use a bit of red. I think it really made the apple pop, so I was happy with that. And then just the different grays to add some shadows and stuff like that, make highlights pop and everything. The plate, the shading of the plate looks weird. I should have worked with it a bit more, but oh well. And then at first, like, before I added the almost bruising under the eyes, I didn't realize what I was missing, but after I added that, I felt like it came together a lot more. And when I add those almost hash mark, or cross-hatching marks, I think it really makes it look a lot better. And then I felt like the background was kind of missing something, so I added those little lines, but it almost looks like rain. I don't know. Yeah, overall I was pretty happy with it. So yeah, that's my commentary. And now I'm fixing that super quick because it was kind of bothering me. I just fixed a few quick things. But yeah. So here is the finished drawing, and I am pretty happy with it overall. I had some troubles with the face structure, but I think overall it looks good. I did think her part was too up on her forehead, so I tried to white it out a little bit, but it doesn't look amazing, but that's okay. It's just one small part of it. Yeah, like I said, overall I'm pretty happy with it. So please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.